Good evening. How is everybody this evening? Great food? Yeah, pretty good, huh? My name is Jean Woodward. I'm the Associate Dean of Student Services and Faculty Development at the College of Pharmacy. I'm here to welcome you to the University of New England College of Pharmacy White Coat Ceremony. It's an event that we take very seriously, and I'm very excited to have you join us this evening. Bienvenue for those of us who are French. Right? Note, today's ceremony is being live video streamed. We have nice services over there of Mr. Cote, who will video stream this presentation all over the world, because we have campuses all over the world. And it's also going to be available for viewing after the ceremony. So if someone has missed it, you'll be able to see it after the fact, or you'll be able to see it again. The University of New England is an exciting, growing, and dynamic institution of higher education. We are now home to Maine's only medical and dental schools, and proud to report that UNE educates more Maine students in the health professions than any other institution in the state. We've been rated very highly by the U.S. News and World Report, which ranks us among the top universities in northern United States. We've been ranked one of the best 381 colleges by the Princeton Review. I don't know how they got 381, but we're one of those 381. Forbes lists us as America's top colleges for 2016. And Money Magazine says it's one of the best colleges for your money. So we're very proud of our institution here. We're very committed to providing our students with a personal, interprofessional learning experience that values scholarship, research, and innovation, as well lifelong service to our communities. In addition to our colleges of arts and sciences and osteopathic medicine on the Biddeford campus, and our colleges of health professions, pharmacy, and dental medicine on the Portland campus, we have students exploring new cultures and attending a semester or even an entire year at our campus in Tangier, Morocco. Now, for the 2016-17 year, we educated over 13,000 degree and non-degree students. Over 1,500 of those were professional doctorate students, like the DO, the doctors of dental medicine, the doctors of pharmacy, and the doctors of physical therapy. We have over 300 doctoral research students in the Doctor of Education program. We've got over 3,000 master's and graduate certificate students. And we have 62,000 plus post-baccalaureate non-degree students. Now, enough about us, right? Let's focus on you, or the incoming class of 2021. We will now begin the ceremony. I ask that you please take a moment to silence your cell phones if you haven't done so already. Thank you. Will the platform party please lead the faculty and students? Wonderful. Please be seated. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our platform party. I ask that the audience please hold your applause until all members have been introduced. We first have Dr. Karen Housknecht, who's the Interim Dean, College of Pharmacy, and Professor of Pharmacology at the College of Osteopathic Medicine. We have Dr. Jamie Cronin, Clinical Manager and Clinical Specialist Pharmacist, Eastern Maine Medical Center, our keynote speaker this evening. Dr. Wallace Marsh, Associate Dean for Academic Affairs. Dr. James Krebs, Assistant Dean for Experiential Education. Dr. George Allen, Chair, Department of Pharmacy Practice. Dr. Olgan Gavench, Chair, Department of Pharmaceutical Sciences. And Dr. Leslie Oakes, Vice Chair, Assistant Professor of the Department of Pharmacy Practice and the advisor for the class of 2021. We have a few special guests this evening. Of course, you're all very special. I want to make that caveat. We have a few special guests this evening. We have Mr. Kevin Cronin. Mr. Cronin, will you please stand? The husband of our keynote speaker. Thank you. Ms. Amber Windler, Associate Director for Graduate and Online Alumni. Amber, thank you. Are there any other UNE affiliates here through other departments as such? How about UNE graduates? Do we have any UNE graduates here? Certainly we have some. Yes, someone raised their hand. All right, we have a UNE graduate in the audience. All right. Pharmacy education is based upon a strong foundation in the biomedical and pharmaceutical sciences. The Department of Pharmaceutical Sciences helps our students develop this strong foundation. It's my pleasure to introduce the chair of the Department of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Dr. Olgan Gavench, to tell you more about our Pharmaceutical Sciences Department, its faculty and staff. Dr. Gavench.
Thank you, Dr. Woodward. It's my pleasure to be here this evening to represent the Department of Pharmaceutical Sciences. The Department of Pharmaceutical Sciences is responsible for teaching the basic biomedical sciences portion of the Pharm.D curriculum. Typically occurs in the first 1, 2, sometimes 3 years of the pharmacy curriculum. The point of these classes is to lay the foundation, the scientific foundation for the practice of pharmacy. To that end, our new students will begin by taking classes such as biochemistry, which speaks to the way that chemicals in our bodies interact and react to actually make life possible. Another class is called pharmaceutics, and that class is actually particular to the profession of pharmacy because it talks about how we use chemical principles to actually make medicines. How is it that you can take maybe a dry powder and turn into a tablet that you can take by mouth and that'll make you feel better? As they move along in the curriculum, they'll move on to a series of courses called Drugs and Diseases. And these courses really form the backbone of the classroom part of their education. Our faculty contribute quite a lot to drugs and diseases. In fact, they teach the pathophysiology portion, which talks about what happens when those processes, those biochemical processes, go wrong. So when they go wrong, our cells don't work as they're supposed to. The tissues that those cells are made of don't work as they're supposed to, and the organ systems that make us up don't work as they are supposed to. What do we do about that? Well, oftentimes we give medicines. And like I said, those medicines are often chemicals. So there's a portion of drugs and diseases called medicinal chemistry, which our faculty also teach. In medicinal chemistry, our students learn about how those chemicals are actually made, how it is that they function, and what it is that makes them function. On the flip side of that coin is a subject called pharmacology, which speaks to how those medicines we give actually interact with different parts of our body to make us feel better. Another thing that the department does is engage in student-centered research. So research is, it's one of the kind of cornerstones of academia. The point is to generate new knowledge. So information that doesn't exist in our world or our society yet. I say it's student-centered because it's one of the, I think, especially fun experiences of being a pharmacy student is to take on a research project with a faculty mentor where you as a student are actually involved in the generation of new knowledge, knowledge that hasn't come into the world before you brought it into the world. And it's a great learning opportunity. It's a bit different than being in the classroom because you're actually learning by doing. With that, I would like to ask the members of our Department of Pharmaceutical Sciences, both the faculty and staff, to please stand and be recognized. Thank you very much. Dr. Woodward.
Thank you, Dr. Gavinch. Not only does contemporary pharmacy practice require this foundation in the biomedical and pharmaceutical sciences, but it also requires practitioners who are competent in the clinical and social and administrative sciences. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. George Allen, Chair, Department of Pharmacy Practice, to tell you a little bit about their department and their faculty and staff. Dr. Allen?
Thank you, Dr. Woodward. Before I introduce the Department of Pharmacy Practice, I would like to first welcome everyone in the audience. I'd like to thank Dr. Cronin for speaking to our students. I'd also like to welcome all the members of the university and the professional community, and of course, all of the family and friends who support our students. And then most importantly, I'd like to welcome and congratulate you, the class of 2021, for being here. So the Department of Pharmacy Practice is the largest department in the College of Pharmacy with over 20 staff and faculty. Our faculty have a variety of areas of expertise ranging from oncology, psychopharmacology, critical care, drug information, infectious diseases, public health, and health outcomes and psychopharmacology. And just to name a few of those different areas of expertise. The faculty devote their time to teaching and research and service in all of these areas. Our faculty teach in all 4 years of the curriculum, so the didactic years in classrooms and laboratories, and also in the experiential year, the final year of the program. We also have faculty who perform cutting-edge research, and like Dr. Gavinch mentioned, that research often has a student-centered focus, and I would encourage you as students to reach out to faculty to engage in scholarly opportunities. The faculty also provide valuable service to the college, the university, and the profession. But what sets our faculty apart is that very word practice. And so many of our faculty are practicing clinicians who are helping patients to do better, who are caring for patients and trying to serve the public good by improving the health of people in Maine and beyond. I would like to really offer the faculty and the staff as a resource to all of you in the class of 2021. Really, our mission as faculty is to support you and to make you successful students and also eventually successful graduates and successful pharmacists. And the staff also share that mission, and I'd like to highlight the staff of the Department of Pharmacy Practice, Carrie Snyder and Pauline Dombrowick, because they keep us in line as faculty, and they really are an essential part of the department. So I'd like to ask the faculty and staff of the Department of Pharmacy Practice to stand and be recognized. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Allen. Finally, in addition to the strong basic science and clinical and social science foundation in the contemporary pharmacy education, our student pharmacists will spend 1/3 of their educational efforts in opportunities to improve their professional practice through a series of introductory and advanced pharmacy practice experiences. It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. James Krebs, Assistant Dean for Experiential Education, who will tell you about the activities of the Experiential Education Office and introduce his staff. Dr. Krebs?
So good evening, students, family, friends, and our faculty. I'm pleased that you're here this evening. The Office of Experiential Education, our primary goal is to develop and manage your introductory and your advanced pharmacy practice rotations. And as Dr. Woodward said, we do comprise about 30% of the education. What we try to do is we try to integrate what you're learning in the classroom, in the pharmaceutical sciences, as well as pharmacy practice, and integrate that into the real world, and hopefully solve drug-related problems when you're out practicing as a practitioner. Our primary goal actually is to establish the practice sites and place our students in those sites throughout Maine, throughout New England, throughout the U.S., throughout the world, actually. What we primarily do is, yes, we place you students at your sites, but it involves a lot much more than that. So we have a dedicated team of 4, including myself, that provide the selection of preceptors. We do preceptor development, and the preceptor is that pharmacist or educator out in the field who is training you during those 3, 4, or 6 week experiences. So other responsibilities include us really just being on the road. So my colleague Lynn Kopak and I, we spend time in the office, but we spend a lot of time traveling throughout New England, in the state of Maine primarily, educating those preceptors so our students can have exceptional experiences. Along with that, we must make sure that they learn how to evaluate our students properly. Although our faculty are some of our primary preceptors, majority of our preceptors are adjunct clinical faculty. So they do this on a volunteer basis. So we want to make sure that they have the skills necessary to teach our students. What I really want to say is we do a lot. But what I encourage you, all 49 of you, is to utilize my department. We're here to provide exceptional experiences for you. I know that we've asked you to make an appointment within the next few weeks with Ms. Kopak so we can establish that relationship and figure out your goals to guide you on the path to success. And all this is really possible because of my team. I have an incredible team that I would like to recognize right now. Lynn Kopak, if you could please rise, Joanne Wood, and Natalie Levitt. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Krebs. At this time, I'm going to take liberty and ask the faculty and staff to stand and face the P1 class. And I'm going to ask the students, or tell the students that our faculty and staff are here to help you discover your talents and skills as independent learners and student pharmacists. They are a great resource for you. I encourage you to get to know these caring people during your time in our program. They are committed to helping you become the best that you can be. One of the most important activities you can do each semester is to get to know at least one new faculty member. Would you please join me in applauding and expressing appreciation to this group of faculty and staff? Thank you. Thank you. I have the pleasure of introducing our next speaker, who's our acting dean. I will say, I was given her bio, and it took me an awful lot to try to pare it down because she's accomplished so much. I couldn't decide what was not important. Everything was important. And so please bear with me. I've saved quite a bit of it, but I'd like to share with you the accomplishments of our new acting dean. Dr. Karen Housknecht was appointed interim dean of the UNE College of Pharmacy this past June. She continues to serve as professor of pharmacology in the UNE College of Osteopathic Medicine. Dean Housknecht earned a Ph.D. from Cornell University, then received postdoctoral training as a research fellow in endocrinology and metabolism at the Harvard Medical School Beth Israel Hospital. Dean Houseconnecht's career has spanned academic and corporate research environments and has focused on the discovery and development of novel therapeutics for the treatment of diabetes, obesity, and mood disorders. In her role as an educator, she trained students in pharmacology and pathophysiology across healthcare disciplines. Between her time at Harvard Medical School Beth Israel Hospital and her arrival at UNE, Dean Houseconnecht served on the faculty at Purdue University, served as an associate research fellow in diabetes drug discovery at Pfizer Global Research and Development, and served as a vice president of global research and development at ASDI Incorporated. In 2008, we were fortunate to have Dean Houseconnecht join UNE College of Pharmacy as a founding faculty member. In 2015, Dr. Houseconnecht joined the faculty of the College of Osteopathic Medicine as a professor of pharmacology, teaching in the first and second year medical curriculum. Throughout her career, Dr. Houseconnecht has been an advocate for women in science and has received numerous awards in recognition of her work supporting educational and leadership opportunities for women and girls. She's a mom, I want to say of 4 children, right? 2 of them have 4 legs. She's a mom of 2 children, Aiden and Aislinn, 2 dogs, Muddy, the one-eyed Shar-Pei, and Diego, a retired sled dog. We're very fortunate she has agreed to serve as our interim dean, given her major commitments to her research in the College of Osteopathic Medicine. Please welcome Dean Houseconnecht.
Thank you, Dean Woodward, for such a generous introduction. I must say that I am absolutely delighted to be here and to welcome every one of you to our white coat ceremony. To our newest class of students, your families and loved ones that are here, it is a pleasure for me to welcome you to the College of Pharmacy community. It is a special place, and I am deeply honored to serve as your interim dean. Students, as we discussed in the very first class information session, as a dean, I have lots of responsibilities. Some of them are fun, some of them not so fun. Sharing this evening's ceremony with you and your family is certainly one of the most fun and the highlight of the year. The white coat ceremony is a tradition and a bit of a rite of passage here at UNE. The donning of the white coat this evening is symbolic of your transformation to a highly trained, compassionate healthcare professional and leader. Each one of you already has much to be proud of. It's not easy to get into pharmacy school, and each of you has a story of hard work and sacrifice that led you to this moment. The faculty and I look forward to learning your stories and collaborating with you in your learning. And now, students, I would like you to join me in recognizing your parents, grandparents, loved ones, and family. To the parents and loved ones, tonight is a significant milestone for your student, and you have much to be proud of. Each of you, in your own way, has supported and nurtured the growth and success of your student, and we are honored that you have entrusted us to their graduate education. I also must say, parents, that as a parent whose firstborn is currently a high school senior, who occasionally thinks about what he might want to do other than play the electric guitar, and as I contemplate SATs, EFCs, CICs, and FAFSA, I feel that it is I who should be seeking advice and inspiration from you. If any of you have advice for me on how to navigate undergraduate education, let's talk afterwards. Another rewarding part of being the dean is working with the faculty. One of the things that really makes UNE special is the passion and commitment of the faculty to student learning. Now, you've already heard about the faculty from the department chairs. Well, you're going to hear a little bit more from me. Your faculty are highly trained professionals who are devoted to your success. They are scholars and researchers. They are teachers and outstanding clinicians. They work countless hours to develop and deliver the curriculum to create unique experiences and opportunities for you to learn, experiment, and grow. They will challenge your ideas. They will introduce topics and scenarios that will cause you to pause and, yes, reflect. They will challenge you to lead and to create. They will take you into the clinic. They will show you how to immunize. They will show you how to counsel patients and model how to interact with other healthcare professionals and people that are frankly just different than you. They will show you how to ask critical questions. They will teach you in the laboratory. They might even take you to a foreign country. Get to know them, work closely with them, seek out new opportunities, and I challenge you to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. It's all part of how you grow and create your own unique story, both personally and professionally. Finally, I want to thank you for choosing the profession of pharmacy, for choosing to become medication experts. It is very important work. We are currently in the midst of a prescribing problem in this country. Whether it be overprescribing of opioid pain medications, improper prescribing of antibiotics, or increasingly widespread off-label prescribing of psychiatric medications, we have a growing need for medication experts to join in the voices to help solve this complex problem. Now, I'm not a pharmacist, but I train prescribers in multiple healthcare programs. And every time I teach, I always encourage the prescribing students to get to know their pharmacy peers, the medication experts, so that together you can make optimal medication decisions. This is a complex issue facing our nation, and I believe that each one of you will have the opportunity to play an important role in improving prescribing practices and medication management in this country as we partner more closely with our prescribing partners. You can be the leaders to help make positive change happen. Thank you for choosing this profession, and congratulations. Now it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Leslie Oakes, your class advisor. Dr. Oakes is Vice Chair of the Department of Pharmacy Practice and an assistant professor in the College of Pharmacy. She earned her BS in Pharmacy from the University of South Carolina College of Pharmacy in 1988, and then completed a Master's in Public Health in 1992 and a Ph.D. in 1998 in epidemiology from the Arnold School of Public Health at the University of South Carolina. She received a Pharm.D. from the Shenandoah University in 2009. She is board certified in pharmacotherapy, and her clinical practice specialty is in internal medicine with over 20 years of experience. She teaches and trains students in the area of health outcomes. Her scholarly efforts, including many articles and presentations, have focused on prescribing trends and medication use patterns, prescription drug misuse and abuse, and health outcomes and quality of care. Students and faculty peers have honored Dr. Oakes with the Most Influential Professor, Mentor of the Year, and Excellence in Advising Awards. Dr. Oakes' joy is teaching and contributing to the education of future pharmacists. Dr. Oakes.
Thank you, Dean House-Connect. Good evening, everyone. We're so excited to have you here with us this evening. College, class of 2021, Sounds pretty good. Welcome to the University of New England College of Pharmacy. Congratulations, you've made it. The white coat ceremony is a milestone for each of you as pharmacy students and Pharm.D candidates. You've worked hard to get here. You've taken your PCAT exams, you went through PharmCast and the application process, and you made it through interviews. And hopefully, you've figured out your class and lab schedule for your P1 class. Celebrate this day with your family and friends. Thank them for their love and support, and take pride in your accomplishments. In the coming months, you will face academic challenges you've not faced before, but you're not going to go through this alone. The faculty, our staff, and your fellow students will be with you every step of the way. Think of our campus and our college as a kind of ecosystem where every plant, every organism plays a crucial role in building a healthy, vibrant community. This will be true wherever you decide to work in the future, in hospitals, in clinics, biotech and big drug companies, or at your local community pharmacy in your hometown. As you move through our community, I encourage you to do 3 things. First, get to know the people who work here. Every dean, professor, staff member, security officer, librarian, or cooks has a unique story and a different path that they took to come here to UNE. Each of those people can be a valuable resource for you. Number 2, work together so you can all be successful. Help each other study, quiz each other before exams, and hold each other to high standards. Study hard, be respectful, and when you think you're prepared, turn the page and keep going. Number 3, build a strong professional network. The pharmacy world is very small. You never know which P1, P2, or P3 student will be your coworker, your supervisor, or employer in the future. Make sure that that person remembers you as hardworking, dedicated, and professional. And one more thing. Being professional doesn't begin with your first job. It begins here tonight with your first white coat and your name tag. I'm so proud to be your class advisor, and I can't wait to see your pharmacy journey and where it takes you. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Oakes. Well, I have the pleasure of introducing our keynote speaker, Dr. Jamie Cronin. Dr. Cronin is really well established, like myself. She's been around a while, and she's practiced almost 30 years now. Dr. Cronin, she's a graduate of the University of Connecticut, where she received her BS in pharmacy, and then she continued to receive her Pharm.D from the University of Rhode Island. She's board certified in pharmacotherapy in 2011 and pediatrics in 2015. She has worked at Eastern Maine Medical Center in Bangor for almost 30 years. She's worked as a clinical pharmacy specialist in pediatrics and in NICU. And as well, she is currently the clinical manager in the Department of Pharmacy. I think what I know well is from Jamie is one of her strong passions is working in a team and focusing on interprofessional education. She finds her current role as a clinical manager very rewarding and fast-paced. And in her words, she said, "It's truly remarkable of how much the role of a pharmacist has evolved in my career, and I look forward to the opportunities that the future holds." She is also the site coordinator for the students' rotations for a variety of pharmacy schools, but primarily the University of New England. As well, she develops and oversees the longitudinal APPE program at Eastern Maine Medical Center. It was a program that was implemented several years ago in collaboration with the Office of Experiential Education to aspire students who want to pursue a residency or hospital-based employment. She strongly believes that the best way for students to learn is by having hands-on experience, and she loves working with the students. and I can guarantee that many of you will have the pleasure of working with her. In addition, Dr. Cronin serves on the Experiential Education Advisory Board for both Husson and UNE. As well, I want to say that it's an important thing, as Dr. Oakes mentioned, that you need to be involved in professional organizations and start establishing your network. And Jamie has done that consistently throughout her career. She's actively involved in the American Society of Healthcare System Pharmacists, the Maine Society of Health Systems Pharmacists, the American College of Clinical Pharmacists, and Pediatric Pharmacy Advocacy Group. She has served on the board of MSHP, as well as she has served as their president and the ASHP House of Delegates. She has been recognized professionally from the Maine Pharmacy Association with the Distinguished Young Pharmacist Award. Must have been a while ago. As well from the Maine Society of Health Systems Pharmacists with the Innovative Practice Award. She's been served as Pharmacist of the Year and most recently as the Marco Gasparone Award for a Lifetime Achievement. She is also very proud to be recognized by the leadership at Eastern Maine Medical Center with the EMMC Eagle Award for Outstanding Leadership in March 2014. But what I can say most is that Jamie is a really kind, caring, generous individual. So if any of you have the opportunity to work with her, you will learn from her. She will treat you as a colleague. She will treat you as a mother. She's an incredible pharmacist in person, so I'm pleased to introduce Dr. Jamie Cronin.
Thank you, Jim. He and I went to Pharm.D school together, so yes. So I'm not as old as he makes me out to be. Yeah. But so thank you so much. I'd like to acknowledge Dr. Woodward, Dr. Houseconnect, Dean Houseconnect, and all the faculty professors, and you student pharmacists, all the families that are here tonight, and it is a great honor to be here before you. I am very proud of the profession of pharmacy and the wonderful career that it has afforded me for the last 32 years. So I've actually been a pharmacist longer than Jim recognized, but it has been 32 years, and it's actually gone very fast. When I was sitting in your seat, I could not possibly have known what the profession had to offer, or what the changes that would occur in that profession during my career. Today marks a pivotal point in your career. It is your initiation to the profession of pharmacy. A profession implies a higher calling or level of commitment to the patients we serve. It is what sets it apart from a job. Why are you here today? Let's look beyond the significant milestone of getting your white coat. But why are you really here? Most people would say that they want to help people, or that it is a highly respected and trusted profession. Or you might say that you wanted to be in the medical profession, but did not choose to pursue studying to be a nurse, physician, or other health professional. So why are you really here? What do you think the profession of pharmacy is? I can guarantee that what you have learned and what you will learn will not be the same in 5 years. The profession is rapidly changing, and it has rapidly changed in my career. Imagine a 40-year career, which most of you will have. Everything that you learned is a foundation for all future learning. So how do you stay current and relevant in the profession? I'd like to offer a few thoughts and a bit of advice. I must be the motherly part, and people have said that about me at Eastern Maine Medical Center, students. So this bit of advice is from my experiences in life and in the profession. The workplace you are entering is rapidly changing, with pharmacists working collaboratively on teams. Let's take a moment to reflect. Who are the players on the team?
What are the unique contributions of each player? You are the medication expert. That means that you have a unique understanding of all the nuances about medications. That makes you uniquely qualified to optimize care that is individualized for that patient. That also means that you have a responsibility for outcomes and for keeping patients safe. That means that you really have to know your stuff and be able to interact with the team in an effective manner. This requires a high level of emotional intelligence, an ability to work with patients and professionals from diverse backgrounds, experiences, and levels of education. The greatest skill that you can cultivate is being an ideal team player. Patrick Lencioni, in his book, The Ideal Team Player, How to Recognize and Cultivate the Three Essential Virtues, discusses what traits are highly desirable to hiring managers and other members of a team. He describes these traits as virtues because in addition to being qualities or assets, there is a component of integrity and morality associated with them. I would like you to consider developing these virtues to improve your engagement in the profession and relationships in general. The virtues are humble, hungry, and smart. As simple as these words seem, understanding the nuances is key to the application of the concepts. Cultivating these virtues will make you highly effective, highly sought after, and an ideal team player. I think in this circumstance, the reference to virtues is particularly relevant when applied to a profession such as pharmacy. Virtue number 1, humility. Humility is probably the most important of the three, and definitely the most virtuous. Some people are more humble than others. This should not be confused with someone who does not possess self-confidence. Humble people recognize the contribution of others. It's about the team, the we versus the I. And I think I heard a reference to helping each other out, help each other be successful. Humble people are vulnerable and willingly admit when they don't know something. A phrase that you will say a lot in your career, I don't know, I will have to research it and get back to you. Humble people recognize inherent weaknesses and look to make changes to improve themselves. Humble people freely say that they are sorry and recognize and receive apologies with grace. Humble people recognize that others are more skilled than they are and seek help when needed. And I think I've heard that at least 3 times tonight about seeking out the resources available to you. And I highly recommend that you seek out a mentor to help you with your professional development. Humble people want to give back to the profession and their community. When asked to precept or get involved with students or universities by serving on committees, say yes. It will keep you contemporary. You will learn much from students. C.S. Lewis best described humility as not thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less. Virtue number 2, hungry. Hungry people are willing to work hard and find joy in accomplishment. They do more than what is required. There is a hunger to continue learning.
I think you know that I went back to school to get my Pharm.D degree, and that was 14 years after graduating with my BS degree. By that time, I had a full-time job and 2 young children. I knew that it would not be easy, but I also knew it was of vital importance to my patients that I have this education. I also went on to get 2 board certifications, one in pharmacotherapy and one in pediatrics. Learning does not stop at graduation. It needs to be lifelong. Pharmacy is a very complex, fast-changing profession. Our patients deserve nothing but the most well-educated and learned pharmacists caring for them. You need to do more than the minimum number of CE credits to be effective in this profession. Hungry people have a good work ethic that started early in life. Learn how to work. Be part of a team. No job is too lowly that you cannot learn something from it. I learned some of my best customer service skills by working at McDonald's as a teenager. Hungry people have a sense of duty and responsibility. They go over and above to serve the needs of the patient. As an example, we have students go on home visits as part of an interprofessional team. They learn about the life challenges that patients are up against and why they cannot always be adherent to their medication regimens. It is a really humbling experience. Hungry people are willing to work more than the 9-to-5 shift. This type of employee becomes quickly evident and desired by employers. Not just an employee who is there to punch a clock, but there to serve the patient. Pharmacy is a service profession. Virtue number 3, smart, or a high degree of emotional intelligence or people savvy. Smart people are self-aware and can describe the positives and negatives in their character and in their knowledge. Smart people show poise, self-control, and discretion in all of their actions at work and in their personal life. Smart people are good listeners. Smart people show interest in others' lives. Smart people are empathetic and pick up on the social cues of others. Smart people can adjust their behavior to fit the circumstances. Pharmacy is a very exciting and dynamic profession. Stay curious, continue to learn, be a role model in your community and for the profession. Say yes when someone asks you to get involved. The effort you put into your profession will enrich you manyfold and keep you excited and engaged even 40 years from now. Now, imagine yourself on this stage 40 years from now. What will you have to say to that group of student pharmacists? I wish you much success and all the best, and thank you.
I've got something for you, Jamie. It's just a very small gift of our appreciation from the College of Pharmacy.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're
So
welcome.
kind.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Cronin. I love that C.S. Lewis quote about humility. Not thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less. How appropriate that is for the profession of pharmacy. At this time, the donning of the white coats will begin. Yay, right? Everybody's happy? Yeah. Get with it, huh? White coat ceremonies have been used by schools of pharmacy and medicine as an outward sign of an inward and personal commitment to the profession. The white coat has had a long association with all things medical, scientific, and healing. It is also associated with the attributes of purity and goodness. It has been a symbol of the trust that patients have towards pharmacists that dates back to the apothecary days and continues to the present days of promoting wellness and providing pharmaceutical care, medication therapy management, and disease prevention. The profession of pharmacy is one that demands adherence to a set of ethical principles. You all know that, right? We spent prep week talking about these things. These high ideals are necessary to ensure the high quality of care society and our patients entrust us to provide. We must remember that it is a privilege to be involved with patient care and to practice pharmacy. With that privilege comes many responsibilities. Okay, let's begin the process. Our Dean's Ambassadors will lead the class of 2021 to the stage on my right. Okay, Dr. Jim Krebs will introduce each student. Now you have to listen now. You're getting ready, but listen. Dr. Krebs will introduce each student who will proceed to the first X on the stage, right here. Okay? Dr. Allen and Gavinch will help you put on the coat. I will be at the next X, and I'll help clean you up a little bit. Take your hair out, put your collar straight, because you're going to be taking a picture at the next X with the Dean of the College of Pharmacy. Okay, she'll be giving you a handshake and the oath of professionalism. Okay, and then class advisor Dr. Oakes will then congratulate you before you walk off the stage, or will you be off the stage? She'll be off the stage, so when you walk down the steps, you'll run into her. Okay, now a couple things. We have professional photographers here. We have 2 professional photographers, as you might have noticed. There'll be one who will be stationed here while you get coded. So when you come to that first X, okay, turn around and face the photographer. That makes sense, right? Okay, and your jacket will be put on. Once you get through me, you get to the dean. She'll give you that code, and she will give you a handshake. Then you look at the camera with the dean, okay? So you'll get access to these 2 pictures sometime soon, okay? When you're done with the photograph and all the handshakes and high fives or whatever, please return to your seats. I ask that the audience hold its applause until all students have returned to their seats. Now, I know that's difficult, but try, okay? Now, you notice we have quite a bit of room up here between the 2. We have a huge aisle there. So you're welcome to come up and take pictures, okay, your own pictures if you want, okay? There's no traffic monitor over there, so you'll have to take this step at your own risk, but you're welcome to come up. So, will the first row students please rise and approach the stage? Dr. Krebs, please introduce the students.
Thank you. Go and proceed. Yeah. Mark Adams. He is from Manchester, New Hampshire, and he attended the UNE pre-pharmacy program. Owais Wonker. He is from Houston, Texas. He's received a Bachelor of Arts in Biochemistry from Houston Baptist University. Oh, gotta straighten that jacket out a little bit more, George. Thank you. Tyler Bailey. He's from Vasaboro, Maine, and he attended our UNE pre-pharmacy program. Nicholas Koitia. He is from West Greenwich, Rhode Island, and he attended our pre-pharmacy program here at UNE. Madeline Seeley, she's from Eastport, Maine. Madeline attended our UNE pre-pharmacy program. Erin Campbell, she's from Cumberland, Maine. Erin attended our pre-pharmacy program here at UNE. Jade Lawler, she is from Rochester, New Hampshire, and she attended the UNE pre-pharmacy program. Megan Scalia, she's from Pelham, New Hampshire, and she was a pre-pharmacy student here at UNE. Erica Doubleday is from Tilton, New Hampshire, and she attended the UNE pre-pharmacy program. Thank you. Yeah. Taylor Fitch is from Worcester, Massachusetts, and she as well attended our UNE pre-pharmacy program. Thank you for holding the rail. Thank you. Erin Walsh. Erin is from Tewksbury, Massachusetts, and she attended the UNE pre-pharmacy program. Thank you. Yeah. Brianna Duminy, she is from Washington, New Hampshire, and Brianna attended our UNE pre-pharmacy program. Thank you. Hillary Mishkon, she is from Andover, New Hampshire. She received a Bachelor in Fine Arts from the Rhode Island School of Design. Thank you. Abigail Angevine, she is from Norway, Maine. She achieved an Arts of an Associates in Science and Life Science from Central Maine Community College. Danielle Simeone, she is from Wakefield, Massachusetts. She has received a Bachelor of Arts in English from Boston University. Alyssa White is from Farmington, Maine, and she completed the pre-pharmacy program at UNE. Jennifer Hammond is from Hartford, Maine. She has received a Bachelor of Science in Biology from the University of Maine. Thank you. Jamie Duggan is from Stratford, New Hampshire. She has received a Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Science from the University of New Hampshire. Thank you. Cassandra Lyons is from Topsom, Maine. She has an associate in liberal science from Southern Maine Community College. As well, she attended the UNE pre-pharmacy program. Wonderful, thank you. Christian Boulier, she is from Perry, Maine. She has a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration Management from the University of Maine at Augusta. Wonderful, thank you. Elsie Morgan is from Bowdoin, Maine. She attended UNE pre-pharmacy. Wonderful, thank you. Andrew Marcoux is from Turner, Maine. He attended the Husson pre-pharmacy program. Wonderful, thank you. Oyen Adepoju is from Bowie, Maryland. She received a Bachelor of Science Biology from Bowie State University. Thank you. Catherine Labriola is from Westerly, Rhode Island. She attended the UNE pre-pharmacy program. Thank you. Hannah Pham. She is from Mountain Valley, California. She has received a Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry from California State University, Long Beach. Thank you. Kabwe Musanda is from Randolph, Massachusetts. She has received a certificate in Human Resource Management obtained from the Institute of Public Administration in Lusaka, Zambia, as well as she has completed 2 years of undergraduate at Quincy College in Quincy, Massachusetts. Thank you. Huang Thon Bui is from California. She received a Bachelor of Arts in Chemistry at California State University of Long Beach. Natalie Getty, she is from Andover, Massachusetts. She attended the UNE pre-pharmacy program. Rihanna Lincoln is from Woodstock, Connecticut. She attended the pre-pharmacy program here at UNE. Makes me nervous. Miranda Coleman, she's from Warwick, Rhode Island. She has received a Bachelor of Science in Neuroscience and Behavior from the University of New Hampshire. Thank you. Caitlin Sherman is from Flanders, New Jersey. She holds an Associate's in Biology from County College of Morris. Olivia Rossetti is from Revere, Massachusetts. She has received a Bachelor of Arts in Biology at Salem State University. Thank you. Robert Stewart is from St. Louis, Missouri. He's received a Bachelor of Science in Biology and a Bachelor of Science in Psychology from the University of Missouri. Thank you. Brett Shore is from Canterbury, New Hampshire. He attended our UNE pre-pharmacy program. Clayton Autry, he's from Standish, Maine. He received a Bachelor of Arts in Biology from the University of New England. Lily Beauregard is from Winthrop, Maine. She attended the UNE pre-pharmacy program. Thank you. Aaron Tibu is from Madawaska, Maine. He has received a Bachelor of Science in Medical Biology from the University of New England. Brandon Thompson is from Freeport, Maine. He has received a Bachelor's in History from Trinity University. Thank you. James King, he is from Quechee, Vermont, and he attended the UNE pre-pharmacy program. Alexia Michaud is from Portland, Maine. She attended the pre-pharmacy program at the University of New England. Brittany Demons, sorry about that. She is from Windham, Maine. She received Associates in Liberal Sciences from Southern Maine Community College. Brandy Mitchell is from Raymond, Maine. She attended the UNE pre-pharmacy program. Thank you. Alyssa Hinkle is from Old Orchard Beach, Maine, and she attended the University of New England pre-pharmacy program. Thank you. Albert Allard is from Ashburnham, Massachusetts. He's received a Bachelor of Arts in Medical Biology from the University of New England. Rogelio Aguade, Rogelio Torres, Rogelio, we work so hard on our Spanish. He is from Aguada, Puerto Rico. He has received a Bachelor of Science in Biology from Pontifical Catholic University of Puerto Rico. Abinu Mikel, he is from Covina, Los Angeles County, California. He has received a Bachelor of Science in Biological Sciences with an emphasis of human biology at the University of California, Merced. Great, thank you. Thomas Tran is from Manchester, New Hampshire, and he attended the UNE pre-pharmacy program. Thank you. Faisal Abdahali is from Lewiston, Maine. He has received a Bachelor of Science in Biology from St. Joseph's College. Please join me in congratulating the students of the class of 2021.
How does it feel? I now ask Dr. Walsh to come to the podium to lead the students in the Pledge of Professionalism.
Students, that rolled up piece of paper you have, you might want to unroll it right now. That is your Pledge of Professionalism. All right, would the students please rise? For the audience, the Pledge of Professionalism is printed in your program if you would like to follow along. All right, students, please raise your right hand and recite with me the Pledge of Professionalism. So we're going to say it together and slowly so we don't lose everyone, okay? So 1, 2, 3. As a student of pharmacy, I believe there is a need to build and reinforce a professional identity founded on integrity, ethical behavior, and honor. This development, a vital process in my education, will help ensure that I am true to the professional relationship I establish between myself and society as I become a member of the pharmacy community. Integrity will be an essential part of my everyday life, and I will pursue all academic and professional endeavors with honesty and commitment to service. To accomplish this goal of professional development as a student of pharmacy, I will develop a sense of loyalty and duty to the profession by contributing to the well-being of others and by enthusiastically accepting the responsibility and accountability for membership in the profession. Foster professional competency through lifelong learning. I will strive for high ideals, teamwork, and unity within the profession in order to provide optimal patient care. Support my colleagues by actively encouraging professional commitment to the oath of the pharmacist and the code of ethics for pharmacists as set forth by the profession. Dedicate my life and practice to excellence. This will require an ongoing reassessment of personal and professional values. Maintain the highest ideals and professional attributes to ensure and facilitate the covenantal relationship required of the pharmaceutical caregiver. The profession of pharmacy is one that demands adherence to a set of ethical standards. These high ideals are necessary to ensure the quality of care extended to the patients I serve. As a student of pharmacy, I believe this not to start with graduation. Rather, it begins with my membership in this professional community. Therefore, I will strive to uphold these standards. The profession of pharmacy. I voluntarily make this pledge of professionalism. All right, good job. All right, still stand. All right, now, before the students enter their fourth year of clinical practice and advanced pharmacy practice rotations, these same student pharmacists will again be asked to recite a similar pledge in a ceremony celebrating their transition from their didactic courses to their clinical service. Please join me in congratulating our new student pharmacists in the class of 2021.
Congratulations. Well, it's that time to close the ceremony. Yes. First and foremost, would the professional staff in the College of Pharmacy please stand and be recognized? We truly would not have such a wonderful, smooth-running event today without them. Just as an example, Peggy Mowat spent several days getting those wrinkles out of those jackets. Okay, that's the extent of commitment that our staff has towards the functioning of this college. I'd like to extend a special thank you to our Dean's Ambassadors who are in the classes P2, P3, and P4. Would you please stand? Now, these people give up personal time to be here, and we definitely appreciate it because they actually help with maintaining the functioning and moving chairs and laying out programs, and so we certainly appreciate their help. Let me name them. Okay, Yatun Dabu, Alexandria Argenteri, Clay Bolduc, Elizabeth Connolly, Mariah Damon, Ahmed Farah, Selena Gigliotti, Herschel Kakrani, Grace Kim, Brooke Kimball, Alyssa Lee, Valerie Linsangin, Ernesto Labana, Karen Lee, Hillary Manning, Kamtu Nguyen, Jolene Nguyen, Seema Patel, Madeline Pryor, Melissa Richardson, and Amar Tola. Okay, another hand of applause. Did I miss anybody? Some of them have left already. They were actually here setting up for the ceremony, so I told them they'd miss their introduction and thank you. Oh, there's Matthew Saka also and Evan Ambrose. I'm sorry about that. This is another example of how we work together as a community. A special thank you goes to Mr. Dennis Letelier. He does all the signage for the College of Pharmacy. He put up those nice blue and white flags in the front. Put this up as well for the College of Pharmacy. Portland Brass for their musical performances. Photographers Hockmeyer Studios and Jeff Schur Photography. And Mr. Lee Cote of UNE for providing video services and allowing us to live stream and record this ceremony this evening. This white coat ceremony has now concluded. I ask that you please remain seated until the platform party, faculty, staff, and students have exited. Students and guests, please feel free to stay for photos and chat with faculty and staff. A photo backdrop is set up in this room and in the reception room. Additionally, our photographer will take photos of students and their families. Thank you so much.
Thank you.